cauliflowers. Cauliflowers. Did I read that right?
You did.
Ramsac.
Yes. So we have this thing called Take Me to the Cauliflower.
Okay.
Which was never intended. I tend not to plan what I'm going to say. Things just come out of my mouth.
I love that.
And we had an all-company meeting, and I was talking about customer service. And I decided to talk about the concept of going into a shop.
Okay.
So the example I gave was, you imagine, and it had to be something that everyone could relate to. So I said, you imagine you go into a supermarket, and it's a supermarket you've never been to before. And the reason you go in is because you need to buy wine. So you stand in the wine section and you choose your bottle of wine. And you've finished and you're just about to leave, and then you suddenly remember, and the thing that popped into my head for some unknown reason was a cauliflower. So I said, you suddenly remember that you also need a cauliflower. So you turn around and you see a member of staff and you say, excuse me, please could you tell me where the cauliflowers are? If you're in a Waitrose, all of a sudden you get surrounded by staff who pick you up.
Yes.
And they carry you.
This is true.
They carry you.
This has happened to me.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
True.
And they've got 8 different brassicas that you can choose from, and someone will match the best cauliflower to the wine that they see you're holding, right?
And then give it to you. You don't even have to
I know,
reach.
right? So, but if you're in a Sainsbury's, you turn around and you see a member of staff and you say, excuse me, please could you take me to the cauliflower? They might walk you to the end of the aisle and point out that the cauliflowers are the second aisle on the right. If you're in a budget supermarket, I imagine, if you turn around...
We all know what happens in Lidl, come on.
and ask where the cauliflowers are, the member of staff might simply grunt, shrug, and walk off. The point is, you as the customer have asked the same question in every single shop. The way you get treated is completely dependent on the culture of service. And the point that I was making, that was within our business, if ever anybody asks you for something, whether it's a client or whether it's a colleague, you've got to make sure that you always take them to the cauliflower. And that was, as I say, that wasn't planned, that just came out on the day, but has now become, we've actually got we moved to a new headquarters in May, and we've now got a cauliflower corridor. Where
go on, explain that, paint a picture with words, go on.
It's just cauliflower themed. Once you get into this strange world, you find that there's all sorts of cauliflower art, and there you go.
So you literally have a wall of cauliflowers?
Yeah, but it's front of mind for everybody. What's really nice about it, actually, is internally, you could ask a colleague for something and they could give you the answer. And actually, it's not aggressive if you say thank you. It doesn't quite take me to the cauliflower. It's a really nice framework of language. But people reflect on it as well, and you hear people in the canteen sort of saying, oh, I went here last night and they definitely didn't take me to the cauliflower.
Oh,
it's been really interesting. Never planned, but it's very much part of the culture now.
I'm disappointed you don't have any cauliflower accessories on today. Maybe a sock or something like that. That's what we need to get you for next time, cauliflower sock. And Rob, we had Helen sitting here just a few moments ago talking about their induction process and how she's missed, I think, 1 in the last 18 years. You too have a really strong induction process, don't you? Tell us about that.
Absolutely. Well, I think it's really important to make somebody feel part of the Ramsac family as soon as you can. And to do that, the induction process means that the new colleague, whatever level and whatever department, gets to spend time with the leaders of every department, gets to spend extended time with the directors, one-on-one, to just understand, at the end of the day, the values of an organisation will be driven from the top. And you've got to model those values. You've also got to explain where they come from and why we do the things that we do and how we do them, and why that they are, 33 years down the line, still are, those founding values are so important to us.